So Billy, here at Handsworth Parramore today, 4-1 victory. You must be over the moon with that performance today.
I mean, the lads have come here today. They've given it their all. We knew it was going to be a difficult test. We know how Handsworth play. We've got a great idea of their game plan. We had to match that, and we did that. I felt, 10 minutes into the game, they looked threatening. We looked threatening. We had the first real big chance of the game, but that's football. And then once we took the lead from then on in, it never looked like we were ever going to lose the game at any stage.
If we go through the goals today, Josh Green started it and ended it today. How impressed were you with Josh's performance today?
Yeah, Josh, we talked about Josh, funnily enough, the management team on the way here, and said that, we highlighted the fact that he scored that trick here last year, so we knew he'd be up for the game, so it was the right decision to go with Josh up top today. And his strike partner Jimmy Beadle and his partner in crime, I thought them two were tremendous today up there. Jimmy Beadle was absolutely class for us, won a lot of headers, won a lot of flicks, kept it for us at the right time and moved the ball in the right direction. But yeah, chuffed for Josh to getting his 2 goals.
Yeah, just to pick up on what you said about Beadle and Green, and you went with a 4-4-2 today with Green and Beadle up top. It certainly did the business. And what made you go with that decision?
Well, we can't be predictable as a football team. We can't be predictable. We've got to have an alternative. So if things are not going well for us, or if we want to change, because we are a club that puts a lot out via social media. We put all our highlights out, so it's not difficult to scout us. So what we need to do is make sure that we've got alternative formations. And when I talked about Beadle being one of the strikers, people sort of looked at me strangely, but I think the proof was in the pudding today.
Exactly, it just showed that it worked, didn't it? And then obviously Adam Baker with two outstanding but very different finishes. The first one in the first half, a low drive, and the second one, which I thought he'd miskicked it and it landed in the corner. So brilliant for Adam.
But when it dropped to him, I mean, he had a bit of a rough start, Adam, early on, because the game didn't really suit him in any way, shape or form. Same in George Conway. But once the game settled and them two got into the game, we started looking more and more threatening. And again,
I think that was the best performance, Taddy, so far?
I think it matches the workshop performance for definite. There's a few others across the season that I think we've been really, really good in. But I think what it does do is now, that's another 3 points. I think that's 11 points off the top 6 now, as being one of them. So when we've played every single one of them away from home now, they've all got to come to the eye to eye, every single one of them, after Christmas. So what we've got to do now is make sure we build on this and we pick up the points, prior to them coming to us after Christmas.
Greg Anderson came in for his debut today at the back. How impressed were you with him today?
Well, I've known Greg a long time, and anyone who doubts Greg's ability, you only have to come and watch him play. There is a very, very good reason why Greg were at Buxton for as long as he was. He was captain of the side for a very long time. Clitheroe sold him to Buxton, so he's moved on a transfer fee. He was brilliant at Clitheroe. He's been back to Clitheroe. He's been brilliant again for them. And he's someone I've been chasing for a long time, Greg, to try and get him to come and play for me, but it didn't quite work out. But I thought today him and Efi have been absolutely colossal there at the back. I mean, against a very, very strong, powerful team. It's not hard to see why they've only been beat once prior to today's game.
Well, they did play Conference North football a matter of months ago, so for this league it must be massive to bring him in.
Well, it just shows you how big the club is, and it shows you that as a management team we're able to attract the best players. We've been through our transitional period now. We're starting to settle down. The players that we've got around it now, I think, are mentally tough enough to go on from this now. The dressing room's absolutely buzzing. There's going to be more ups and downs, and I've just said to them in there, enjoy the day, but it is just another 3 points, and we've got to pick ourselves up, train again midweek, and then we go again next week against Fackley.
That's wins over Handsworth and Worktop away from home now. Would you say that sort of puts a marker down the league and the team's chasing it top?
Difficult. I mean, psychologically it does. I mean, both teams will be looking at that now. We've come here twice, and we've scored 6 goals here now, and only conceded 2 against 2 of the better teams in the league. So yeah, potentially, but what we've got to do now is pick ourselves up and focus on next week and the week after that, and just keep ticking the games off. But I think we should enjoy the performance. It was a brilliant performance. We were worthy of the 4-1. We could have had a couple more.
There was a disallowed goal in the first half, which it looked harsh.
Yeah, it was an interesting one, because at that time we were only 1-0 up. I mean, we eventually went on and got the second in the early on. So, but it's difficult because no one appealed. Their bench made no appeal whatsoever for it. But you know, the referee and the linesman have give it, and have give it for what they believe to be the right reasons. So as you know, emotions run high during the game, but after the game now, you know, the outcome of the game is that we've won the game, so we just don't dwell on it.
Moving on to next Saturday, we welcome Thackeray to the I2I Stadium. It is clear that we've been sort of playing better away from home recently. We're looking to go back to winning ways at the I2I Stadium.
Well, I think what happens at home is that teams come and they want to have a go. It's a brilliant place. We get phenomenal support in there. We've got a great backing. It's a great surface to play on. And you know, we've got to get used to the fact that teams will come, and it don't matter where they are in the league, they're going to come and have a go at us. And I've seen Thackeray play. You know, they're a decent side, they're well organised, they've got one or two really, really good players. We've got one or two players I know who have played for me at certain times during certainly my management career. So what we've got to do now is just make sure that we do the right thing this week, and we prepare ourselves, and that we're mentally strong enough, and we go into the game with the right attitude.
Absolutely brilliant today, Billy. Enjoy your weekend. Well done.
Thanks very much.